Got that shit in there.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swing a bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat. It's the cruising podcast. Cruising to the beat. Da, 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 da. It's the cruising podcast. Cruising to the da, 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 da.
Yo! Oh my gosh, that sounded horrible. If that sounded bad in y'all's whatchamacallit, I am so sorry. Yo! That even sounded might have sounded worse. This is bad. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not one of the greatest starts. But it is what it is. Um, hello. What's good? What's happening? Let's go. All right, man. Sorry, I was trying to find the energy to do this. And the energy is now here because I'm getting to talk about. Y'all know what we getting to talk about. We going to talk about Bleach, baby. Hold on, 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Bleach today. We're gonna be talking about episode 7. Hold on, sorry. Now y'all might have probably heard that because I had to airdrop some things on your boy. Um, I'm talking about episode 7 of the original series. I kind of want to talk about Thousand Years Blood War, which we've only really get fights right now. Really good fights, actually. Get some good fuck fights. But I'm gonna stick with episode 7 right now because I don't know how much more energy I'm gonna have. So yeah, so we're gonna stick with the original series. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. And we're gonna talk about Thousand Years Blood War. We're probably gonna do a 2 episode situation next week, and then I might just have to like break them down in different episodes and until you know what I mean, until Thousand Years Blood War is done, which we have about 4 more episodes of. Yeah, buddy. So I would like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about the original series. Hey, I just want to say this though before I talk about this. I almost watched the next episode because I wanted to keep the story going. Like this is the craziest thing. Like I'm rewatching this and reliving the moments that I when I watched this show. Holy mother goose! Woo! Yep. That's why we're only doing 1 episode today. My goodness, I am so sorry. So if you guys want to follow along, please follow along on Hulu and also on Disney Plus. You can find, Bleach, the original series on that. So because Disney has its properties, and I want to make sure you guys aren't getting too spoiled from this because this is a full spoiler review of episode 7 of the original series, Bleach, baby, of a Bleach. And the reason why I'm probably doing this is because I have to go out of town. I actually have to leave my house in the next 2 hours. It just turned 12 o'clock. And also it's day 7 of 25 Days of Cruise-Miss. Yeah, buddy. Also, I would like to say this first and foremost, just in case people don't know. One of my good friends passed away last year, and today will have been her birthday. So, happy birthday to Chelsea. Rest in peace. First of all, so I want to just do a little bit of a moment of silence and then also a happy birthday. Yeah. So, welcome. Welcome to the show. So we're gonna talk about Bleach. Yeah. And Bleach, where I left off last episode is that Ichigo is going to Ichigo and their family are going to the shrine of their mother, and who untimely demise. Actually, if you guys have listened to some of the Thousand Years Blood War reviews, you guys will be will know what actually happened to his mother. But if you haven't yet, here we are. So they're going to the shrine, and hold on. it's really kind of like what's great about this episode is that we get a backstory of what happened that day, kind of. Tatsuki gives like our look at Ichigo as a kid. He used to cry all the time. Whenever he gets beat in karate, and then whenever his mom came in, he would stop crying. Pretty much, he was a mama's boy. Let's be real for a minute. He's a big mama's boy, and and like Tassi was telling the story, kept just like, you could just tell they've been best friends forever. They've been best friends for a very long time. You know what I mean? And Ichigo then goes on and talks about, his love for his mother, and then talks about the fateful day in which she passed away. And the thing about this episode is they show what he saw. He saw a little girl by the river and it was raining out. And he also explains that my name comes from he who protects. Ichigo means he who protects. And he always felt that even when he was a kid that he has to protect. Like we even saw, like, he told his mom, hey, look, I'm going to be the one to walk in front of the street so I can protect you from the water or somebody being a dickhead and hitting and splashing us with water. And, he always had that in him, but I think that got magnified by the death of her. And he blames himself for that, and he doesn't know what actually happened. He just knows that it happened, and that he didn't get to see exactly how she met her, how she passed. And just Rukia really like kind of hounding him throughout this episode too about, what do you think actually happened? Maybe she died from a hollow. Maybe this, that. She starts going, he's like, yo, shut up. He said, I don't want to. No, why would you do that? You know what? I'm not here to investigate. I'm here to mourn. That's what he was here for. He's here to mourn. And you're over here trying to investigate it. And he's just like, what the? Come on, Rukia. First of all, you ain't supposed to be here. Second of all, you ain't supposed to be here. So I don't understand why are you trying to investigate this? And you wanted to bring up hollows. You wanted to do this, that, and the third. It's just, that's not what we here. That's not what I'm here for. So, Rukia goes and she goes to her happy place, or her lone solitary place. And she's like, look, man, I feel like pretty much feel like an asshole for asking him, like, for saying, maybe she died from a hollow and things like this. I should have been more considerate of his feelings. And then she hears snoring. So if you guys, just going back real quick, if you haven't watched the last episode yet, if you have listened to the last episode, also to the podcast, there is a Soul Reaper that is on the hunt for Rukia. This happens after the pretty much the main episode ends. You get like a good like minute or two where a guy gets the assignment to pretty much get Rukia, and his name is Saito. I'm not gonna try to do the first name. His name's Saito, and Rukia is like, oh, I know why you're here. And I don't even, he goes and says, yeah, you're Rukia. And then we also get a little bit of Rukia's backstory from Saito. We find out that Rukia is adopted by a very high ranking family. You guys are going to get to know them very soon. But this is the introduction of the Kuchiki clan. She has been, and also she's dubbed Princess of Rukon District. Once again, you guys are not going to really know what the Rukon District is until we go into the Soul Society. But I'm going to continue on. And so this guy's here, and he's like, look, I just need you to answer this question. That's all I need you to do. You're going to answer this question truthfully. And she's like, sure. Oh, by the way, Kone's on this trip with her, and Kone finds out that that looks like that she's in trouble. And of course, when Kone sees a Soul Reaper that's not Ichigo or Rukia, he automatically sees danger, mostly because these are the people that destroyed his being, pretty much. Every soul, that every mod soul, he knows that they destroyed them, and he's the only one that survived. He's like, fuck that. This is no, hell no. This is just PTSD all over again. Let me get the fuck on out of here. Let me get Ichigo. And Rukia is like, oh yeah. So he asks her, why are you still here? And she's like, there's hollows. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I know my job is to kill hollows, and the hollows keep popping up. Why the fuck would I not? Why would I not be here, you stupid fuck? And she was like, and he was like, look, it looks like that you know, getting some peen on the side out here. You know what I'm saying? I like, it looked like you had some lover boy stuff. You know, I mean, he's giving you the new like stuff like that. He said, why are you dressed like a high school girl? By the way, just in case people don't know, Rukia is like 100 and some odd years old. You're welcome. Okay, so he's like, yeah, why are you dressed like that? You know, he kind of, you know, he says some little freaky things. I'm telling you, let me let you guys know right now, Bleach gets a little weird. Okay, it gets a little weird. All right, but yeah, it gets a little weird with the sexual puns and things like that. I did not sexual puns I didn't catch when I first started watching this shit, and then when I go back and watch it again, I'm like, this dude is a freak. So yeah, we're sitting here watching, and it's just like, you know, he's trying to make jokes. Apparently, he's the funny guy, and then she says, "Oh, you're from the stealth force," and he was like, "Bingo, I'm the shit." And so Rukia starts to use her Hido. And he's like, "Oh, hold on, whoa! I didn't know we were getting a little serious here. Get this old Zanpakuto out, okay? All right." So we're gonna cut real quick to Kon trying to find Ichigo. He falls off a cliff and bounces on Ichigo as Ichigo is reminiscing the day that his mother passed away, and he's sitting there like, "Yo, this is really not the right fucking time." That's not what he says, but that's what I'm giving you guys. This ain't the right motherfucking time. Cone, I don't have no fucking time for your shenanigans. And he was like, nah, Rukia needs your help. Like, she's in trouble. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, time to go fuck shit up. And the only part that I don't understand with this one is why didn't he pop the pill to make him into a Soul Reaper off gate? Like, if it's like, oh, what are you gonna do in human form? You're not shit human form. You're not really gonna be help if it's a Soul Reaper. He actually didn't tell him it was a Soul Reaper. He just told him that Rukia is in trouble. I feel like Rukia is in trouble. That feels like a soul type thing, and maybe you should definitely pop into your Soul Reaper form. But that's just me. That's just Andrew Cruz, and that's all I want to say. But so he started. Saito starts to go and try to attack, and Ichigo says, pussy. He said, look, man, I thought you said that she was in trouble. This is just another Soul Reaper. And bro was like, hey, who are you? You must be the guy. What do you do? He pretty much calls him, what do you do, son? And Rukia was like, motherfucker, don't you say it. Don't you say it. Next thing comes out of Ichigo's mouth, I'm a substitute Soul Reaper. He was like, and Saito was like, oh shit. Rukia, do you know that you committed a serious fucking crime against humanity? No, pretty much he says, you know, that was a serious crime what you committed there, huh? And Ichigo looks at her and he's like, what is the serious crime? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, whatever. I'm a substitute. What that fuck you want me to do? And so she was like, pretty much looked at it. If I'm thinking, they never went to her face after he says it, but I feel like she said, motherfucker. Pretty much like how we was, really? What? So, yeah, that's pretty much what that's how she looks at him. That's how I think she looked at him. They never showed her face, actually. So he goes to try to go to attack Ichigo, pretty much saying, well, we have to execute you because you're not even supposed to be a Soul Reaper. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what these type of shenanigans and charades you guys are playing, but I'm done playing these games. And Saito went to go slice at Ichigo. He misses Ichigo, and Ichigo gets Cone and says, give me the motherfucking pill that's in your mouth. I know I'm telling you guys, it sounds a little weird. He didn't say that, actually. He never said that. But he tries to get the pill out of Cone's mouth. And he does get it out, and he turns into a Soul Reaper. And Saito's like, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. I ain't never seen this shit before. You can go into Soul Reaper form? Just off of that? He was like, don't worry about it, bitch. Don't worry about it. We in fight now. You said that you wanted to try to hurt my friends. You try to hurt my friends. I want to try to hurt you. Because once again, don't forget, I know I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Ichigo means he who protects. And that's literally the theme of Bleach for sure, is that name. Ichigo mean Ichigo's name. And so he was like, don't fucking worry about it. I'm about to whoop your ass. And you about to find out why I'm gonna fuck you up. And once again, these are the beginning stages of what will become the king of fucking Bleach or king of anime, which is Ichigo Kurosaki. Um, he has to right now he's just going off of brute strength. He's not going off of like any skill, and he like most people would say Ichigo's swordsmanship is fucking atrocious. And it is. It really is. And against other swordsmen, he's pretty fucking bad. Um but he, once again, he doesn't know Tetsuya Senshou yet. So he's sitting here and he's fighting this dude off of straight brute strength and keeping up with him, actually. Kind of keeping up with him. He's like, yo, you, even during the fight, Saito was like, yeah, you're definitely green at this. You're just going off of just instinct, and that's just not smart because I'm just going off of skill. I'm gonna fucking kill you now. And then all of a sudden, Karin and Uzu are at their mother's shrine. And Karin, just in case people don't know, just in case y'all haven't heard yet, Karin can kind of see spirits. She can kind of see like an outline of it. So you see what Karin is seeing with this hollow that comes up and pretty much holds them hostage. And Ichigo is running back, and Ichigo like hears it, and not hears it, I'm sorry, Rukia hears her little cell phone pager go off. It's like, we have a hollow. And everything stops. Ichigo stops and runs straight to Rukia and said, where's the hollow? And she said, no, it's very close. I don't understand how the thing doesn't show that she's right next to their mother's shrine, but that's just me fucking making decisions. That's just me making questions that probably won't get any fucking answers until 2 seconds later where she says, oh my gosh, they're by your mother's shrine or something like that. And he was like, fuck that, Karin and Uzu, my family, no! So he and bro looked like he wanted to still get the fight going. Like Saito looked like he wanted to still fight. And Ruki was like, we don't have time for this. No, his main mission is to come get you. That his main mission isn't to save lives. Saito's like, I truthfully don't give a fuck. But I guess I'm just gonna stop here and you go ahead, go save your sisters or whatever. So Ichigo goes and runs, gets his sisters, and he sees them being held hostage. And that's the end of the episode right there. That and actually, no, he doesn't see them. They're running towards him, and then it says to be continued. And I was like, I want to continue, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to stay true to my word. To give you guys my word on that one. I won't. I will stay true to it and say I'm going to wait until next week to watch episode 9, which is fucking fire. It's a fire ass episode, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Actually, it answers some questions that you probably have. It answers some. It gives you some answers that you have questions to. So also, Sheen, aka their father, is still a kid at heart. He was like, man, he said, man, let's go challenge each other. Let's go jump over the shrines and have an instant eating contest. What the fuck? Karin beats the shit out of him, kicks him in the nuts. I think she kicked him in the nuts. No, she punches him in the stomach, kicks him in the nuts, and then hits him into a shrine. And then somehow Sheen just disappears. Sheen becomes very important later on, by the way. Just putting it out there. Going to help you guys out. Just give you guys a little warning. Sheen's very important. Also, their mother is very important also. But we're going to continue on. It's okay. We're going to continue on. But, yes. So, I know you guys are like wondering how come Uzu can't see spirits. Uzu can feel them. She knows when something is wrong right now. Karin can't see them. Karin can only see the outline, but she knows that there's something there. She knows there's something there. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. She knows that there's going to be that there's something there. She just can't see it. She can feel it, but she can't see it. So Karin already knows there's trouble afoot. And Uzu's like, she has to go off of her sister's feelings and is like, hey, yo, what's going on, Karin? Is something the matter? And she's like, yeah, there's something here. Where's Dad? Dad's with the cemetery director. Of course he's not fucking here. Why would our father be here at this time? At the time of protection. So Kadeen pretty much is at that point like, fuck, I might gotta fight this thing, and she can't. That's way too big of a hollow, and it will devour her. So I'm just putting it out there. Like if it came down to it, the hollow will fucking eat her in one sitting. Like no problem. So that's where we are with Bleach episode 8. Yes, that was episode 8. Review, and I not review, but like, straight up, it's a great episode because we get a backstory. We get not a full fleshed out backstory, but we get to see Ichigo as a child. You know what I mean? In his childhood, and why their mother is so important in this story. Also, we get a little bit more of Tatsuki's relationship with Ichigo. We see a blossoming in Rukia and Ichigo, in their friendship. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, look, bro. He said, man, you ain't gonna fucking touch her, motherfucker. I want to touch all of you, though. No, I'm my bad. Sorry, my bad. There's always some like sexual innuendo with these past couple episodes, though. This is very weird. So that's the episode for today. I like I said, you're gonna get a backstory, a really good one, and then also next episode, if I remember correctly, you get more of a backstory too, especially because this Hollow that he's about to fight is extremely important, extremely important. Also, just give you guys a little bit of heads up. Saito also says during this episode, why are you so connected with this kid whose mother was killed by a hollow? And that's all I want to say. That's all I got for you right there, bro. So I want to say thank you so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast. This was my Bleach episode 7 review. Also, hey man, stay tuned for 25 days of Cruisemas, because this is day motherfucking 7, baby. Woo! Ah! Okay, sorry, my bad. All right, I already did that. But so we're gonna end it right there because I'm starting to fall asleep at the wheels. But where you can find the Cruising Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, we can find latest updates of the show. It's on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And please do not forget to go look up at Gillis713 on Instagram, also at Songbird ATX on Instagram. Also, they are the voices that you hear on the intro music, and they have, they did a phenomenal job. So if you like that, you're gonna like the rest of their stuff. So with that, I like to say I love all you guys. Next week I will be reviewing 2,000 Year Blood Wars episodes, because I feel like they're mostly battles right now, and so I feel like I can kind of fit in 2 battles. So and also I need more days of the Cruisemas. So with that, I would like to say I love all you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.